So there are lots of advantages if you go to war to going it alone. You don't have to wait for your allies. You don't have to negotiate with your allies. You don't have to follow their rules. You can do what you like. You can surprise your enemies, which is really important. You can keep everyone guessing. You're free to conduct your war anywhere you like. But as with everything in life, there are downsides too. Every empire in history had alliances. All of them, except the Romans, obviously. They didn't. Well, actually, I researched this and I was surprised. The Romans loved alliances. They had alliances all over the place. In fact, Italy didn't exist as a country. It was a group of allied nations. And they had allies with other powers as well, like the Ghassanid Empire in Arabia, which is interesting because they used the Ghassanid Empire to protect that border of the empire. So they didn't have to go themselves. They didn't have to send an army all the way, hundreds of miles, 1,000 miles over there to protect their borders because they had an alliance with the Ghassanids who did it for them, which is clever. So why did Rome make and adhere to alliances? Why did they have to? Was it because they were nice people and they wanted to share power and cooperate? Well, no, they were awful, terrible people. They were brutal and violent and repressive. No, the reason why they did it, I think, and it's maybe the oldest reason in the world, it's money. It's way, way, way cheaper to get other people to help you fight a war. In fact, on the battlefield, they often fielded more allied troops than they did their own troops. When the Russians invaded Ukraine and they decided to go it alone, they took a massive financial risk. And they haven't got the biggest economy in the world. They weren't doing that great to start with. And now, some people say that they've destroyed their economy. The internet says that they're spending maybe $1 billion a day on that war. So I think the lesson of history is that if you like being rich, and who doesn't like being rich, or you've got huge debts and you're struggling for money, and you feel you really, really have to go to war, don't go it alone.